Hello everyone and welcome to this easy small bralette tutorial. This is a very beginner friendly pattern. There are going to be a few stitches that we're going to use. As materials, I'm going to be using 100% cotton yarn. This one is from Performance, it's Cotton Queen, and I'm going to be using a 2.5mm hook. We're gonna start off by making a slip knot, which is very simple. You wrap the yarn around your finger, make a loop, pull the yarn through the loop and tighten the knot. Now you have to insert your hook through the loop that you've created, tighten it, and start making a chain. Now to make your bra cup in every size, what you need to do is you need to measure the length from the bottom of your breast to the top of your nipple. For me personally, that was 17 chains, which is a size small to medium. If you want your cup to have a little bit more coverage, of course you can add a few more chains. In the beginning, your working piece is going to be quite small. You might find it a little bit tricky to work with, but I promise you, once you get the hang of it, it's fairly simple. To continue our piece, we're going to be making a single crochet all the way back to the first chain. I believe this is called a foundation chain for your bralette. Once we go all the way back, this is what we're going to be building up on. This is our foundation chain. To continue it, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work over and continue to use single crochet all the way to the top of the working piece. So we've made it to the top, and in order to continue our work on the other side of the foundation chain, we're going to crochet 3 single crochets in the same chain. Those 3 single crochets are what we use to alternate the sides of our bralette cup. This is optional, but you can always use a stitch marker to mark the middle of your working piece. So this is going to be the second single crochet that you've made. I don't usually use one, but it is very helpful, especially for those that are just starting out. Your piece is going to get bigger and bigger, and you can stop once you have the desired coverage. For me, that was about 7 rows. You can always add more if you would like, but keep in mind that we are going to be adding a trim to the bralette cup, which is going to act as extra coverage. This is the piece that I ended up with. Now I'm going to be adding the trim to my bralette cup. For it, I'm going to be using a half double crochet, then we're going to use single crochet, and as a final we're going to use the picot stitch. And I'm also going to show you how to attach the strap. We're going to start by making 3 chains, turn your work over and make a half double crochet. Now I'm going to skip a stitch and insert my hook into the next one, This is going to make the stitch look like it's a little square. We're going to chain one after that and make a half double crochet, skip one stitch and insert it into the next one, and this is what we're going to repeat on both of the sides of the bralette. Now, once we get to the top of the bralette cup, I'm going to be making 3 half double crochets without skipping a chain. So they're going to be one next to the other. Here I'm just finishing the last square. I'm going to remove my stitch marker and I'm going to make a half double crochet in the next 3 chains. Once I've made them, I'm going to make a chain and make a half double crochet, skip a chain and insert it into the next one, and continue to use this pattern all the way down to the other side of the bralette cup. You can see here what it looks like. As you can see on the top of our bralette cup, you can see the 3 half double crochets that are without skipping any stitches, and then once we have them, we continue on by skipping a stitch. After we're done with the half double crochet stitch, what we're going to do is we're gonna add a single crochet border. It's very simple. Make a chain, turn our work over and start making single crochets. We're going to insert our hook into the first chain that we see here, make a single crochet, then we're going to insert our hook into the box itself, make a single crochet, then into the next chain that you can see, single crochet, and this is what we do throughout the entire cup. Don't forget to make 3 single crochets in the middle of your working piece once you reach the top of your bralette cup. Those 3 single crochets are what helps us to work on the other side of our bralette cup and make it look seamless. I added a second row of single crochet after I finished the first one, kind of to add a bigger border around my bralette cup. And now we're going to continue making the picot stitch and also attaching the strap to our bralette. We're gonna make 3 chains and then insert our hook into the first chain and then immediately into the next chain. We're going to make a single crochet through the 3 chains that we have and then make a slip stitch into the next chain. I know it looks a little bit confusing, but I promise you it is extremely simple and the end result is absolutely gorgeous. If you want your picot points to be further apart, you can always add more slip stitches. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4. It all depends on the design that you're going for. Now I'm going to show you how to attach the strap to your bralette cup. For me, this is the best way to make a strap for any cup, any bralette whatsoever, because it is extremely sturdy and it's impossible to break. Once I finished my final picot point, I'm going to be making a slip stitch, and then I'm going to be making a very long chain. For me, I used 180 chains. This is the length of my strap. This is for a size small to medium. So if you're an extra small, I suggest you have a shorter bra strap, probably somewhere around 150 chains. And if you're a size large or extra large, it could be anywhere between 200 and 220 chains. It all depends on how long you want your straps to be. After we finish making all the chains, we're gonna go all the way back using a single crochet. To attach it to the bralette cup, again we're going to be using a slip stitch. And again we're going to mirror the design on the other side as well, so another slip stitch, and then I'm going to start making my picot points. This way it's going to be even on both sides. This is the process to make one cup for the bralette. We need 2. So I'm going to be finishing this one off by making a double knot. I'm gonna cut off my yarn and start working on the next one. Just look at how beautiful this cup turned out to be, and it's so simple to make. We used 3 beginner-friendly stitches. I made my second cup, and now I'm going to show you how to attach them. I did not cut off my yarn because I'm going to be using this little loop that we have to insert it into the end of my other cup, and from there on we're going to start making the bottom of our bralette. Once we have our 2 pieces attached, we're going to start making single crochets all around the bottom of our cups. We are working from the middle to the outside of the bralette, so we're going to be making single crochets all over the bottom of the bralette, and once we reach the final stitch, we're going to make the sides of the bralette. Here I reached the beginning of my bra cup where I have a little bit of yarn sticking out, and I'm going to be making single crochets around it in order to hide it. This way, when I cut off the end piece that it's sticking, the rest is hiding inside the bralette, and it gives this seamless finish to the project itself. Now, once I've reached the end of my bra cup, I'm going to be making a chain, and I used 18 chains for the side piece. Now we're gonna go all the way back to the other side of the bralette in order to make the other side strap as well. Here I'm gonna show you what I mean. I reached the other side of my bralette piece, and here I have a little bit of yarn sticking out that I'm going to hide into the side strap. Now this is where I start cutting my excess yarn. I remove every single piece that I see sticking out. I like to have a very clean project every time I work, depending on it being a sweater or a bralette or a hat, whatever I choose. I always like to trim the excess in the middle of my work. Now that our sides are made, we're going to start working on the bottom of the bralette, which is basically going to be alternating different crochet stitches from side to side. This is where I didn't record the process because I obviously don't know how to press buttons, but I'm going to show you what I made so that you're up to speed with the design of the bralette. I basically made 2 rows of single crochets, and then I made half double crochets, skipping a stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, single crochet. I'm going to show you up close what I mean. So we have 2 rows of single crochets, then we have half double crochet, single crochet, half double crochet, single crochet. I'm going to show you again how to do the half double crochet. It's basically the same stitch that we used for the trim of our cups. We're going to chain 3, make a half double crochet, skip a stitch, and insert our hook into the next one. I've reached the end to the other side of the bralette, and now I'm going to make the next row using single crochets. I am all finished with the bottom of my bralette. I basically used only single crochets and half double crochets to kind of give it this mesh look to it. Now I'm going to be working on the back of the bralette. So we're going to make 3 single crochets into our final stitch, and then we're going to make 2 rows of single crochets, then 1 row of half double crochets, and to finish it we're gonna make another row of single crochet. This way we're going to be able to go back to the bottom of the bralette and go all the way around to repeat the process on the other side. Let me show you so that you get the better idea. We made one row of single crochets. We're gonna make another one to go back to the bottom of the bralette. Then we're gonna use the half double crochet, and then again use single crochet to go back to the bottom, and single crochet all the way to the other side and repeat the process. I'm basically going for a corset type of back for the bralette. In the end, this is what you're going to end up with. Now all that is left to do is to insert our straps into the back of the bralette. For better support, I'm going to be crossing my straps into an X form, and then I'm going to insert them into the back of the bralette. We are all finished. This is the bralette. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful, and if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell button to follow up on more fun tutorials.